What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail. Why Hoteps are viewed as a satire? This is just my opinion. This is for the people in that community. This may not be true, but this is what it looks like. Just from my observation. First and foremost, it's viewed as a satire for people being ultra pro-black is because there's usually not any. You look at somebody who's a Hotep as somebody who doesn't have actual practical skills in life. That's one of their biggest issues. If you're a Hotep, they're going to assume like, man, you can't even change a light bulb. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think of Hotep, you don't think of a person who's a carpenter or a furniture maker or a mechanic on cars or even a guy who does landscaping. You don't think of an actual occupation. Now, I'm sure those guys work. I'm sure those guys have jobs. But I'm going to get into that too because that's another stereotype about them. You don't think of truck drivers. You know what I'm saying? You don't think of guys working on the railroads. You don't think of electricians and plumbers. When you think Hotep, you don't think those things. You just think of guys who pontificate all day. So it's like, okay, you talk for a living. Another reason, said we was going to talk about this. You think of unemployed people, especially unemployed people who've been to jail, who got felons. So you think of people like that. You're unemployed, you don't get a job, you don't have a job, you can't get a job. So talking is your job. And though people don't want to hear it, the reason why people don't want to hear it is because, okay, you're a social media influencer. That's why it comes off as a satire. So, and the reason why these two things are important is because of the third reason. You look at it as a satire because of being historians. Hoteps like to talk about 3,000 and 5,000 years ago, but can't fix a problem today. So it's like, okay, so you're just going to skip over all American history. Not just the negative, but the positives. And you just going to go all the way to, melanin and astrological physics, the winter and summer solstice, what happened in Egypt and Timbuktu and, Ethiopia. And you're just going to skip over the things that's happened in the last 800 years, 300 years, 200 years, 150 years, 50 years. Because ultimately, even though he built the pyramids in Africa, nobody can ask you what you built today. Do you even know how to lay bricks? You can't. We can't ask that question. Are you a mason, right? And not, lodge type mason. I mean, a mason, an actual brick mason. Now, another thing, reasons why Hotep are viewed as satire is because, Hoteps are viewed as homosexuals, guys who always living off of women. So you're using that side of the pro-black community as your platform to get one of these earthy, free-spirited Hotep women who actually have to go to work, or she's benefiting off of government programs, and you can benefit too. So it's like, these guys are satires, man. He's part of the trope of taking your little kids Capri Suns and juice boxes. nothing to do, nowhere to go. You know, he's a pro-black, he's a Hotep, but he plays video games all day. But the video game console was invented by a black man, so we good. And he plays Black Panther and Madden, so we good. We keeping it black. And 2K, we keeping it black. But you don't see any real moving of the needle of the community, which leads me to the last things. The reasons why Hoteps are viewed as a satire, because everything is the white man, and some things are the white man, but everything is the white man. When Hoteps usually live in a black neighborhood full of black people, and they're not actually, trying to separate from the white man as far as doing anything. So it's like, we're not gonna incense, oil, and ankh our way out of this, playboy. Like, it's not finna happen that way. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.